And let me start by congratulating all of you who have participated in this startup challenge. Over the last many years, we have seen that, yes, winning is great, but not winning is not the end of the journey. It is just one extra step. And sometimes not winning makes us go back and think about even more rigorously and improve our product. So continue in that journey. The Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad was formed initially by the state of Telangana and is now being adopted by the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. And our mandate is to work in what is broadly called as One Health. That means health, food and agriculture, and sustainability. The three key ingredients that are necessary for all our long-term survival as a universe. And our mandate is to identify gaps in the innovation ecosystem and plug those gaps so that the innovation ecosystem becomes faster and more efficient. So, if you look at innovation, how does innovation happen? It happens because practitioners who are actually at the coalface look at what they're doing, think about where things need to improve, and then go and find solutions for it. Unfortunately, there are very, very few institutions like the one in which we are standing, and I must admit I'm a really big fan of this. Not because I happen to be, in fact, I chose to be on the board because I was a fan of this institution. It's very rare to find outstanding clinicians standing back from their work, thinking about what more needs to be done, working and collaborating with others to find solutions and then to implement it themselves. Does not unfortunately happen. Some people remain clinicians, some become researchers, some become engineers. And so our mandate, one of the big gaps in the innovation ecosystem, is the lack of all of these people working together. And that's what we do. So we bring together clinicians, researchers, innovators, startups, even government, to collaborate with each other and to make things happen faster. What we are increasingly seeing is an enormous opportunity thanks to AI, ML, and a whole lot of new digital technologies in applications for human good. What's the first thing that is required? The first thing that is required is identifying what is the right problem to solve, which it's the clinicians and the practitioners who know. The second thing that is required is data. Once again, there are very, very few institutions in our country where you can get good clinician data, digital clinical data. Even in high quality hospitals, and all of us go to tertiary hospitals for outpatient care. What happens? You get a book, the clinician writes something, and you take that book with you. The hospital is left with no data. As a country, we have a sad record of having a very large number of people who need and get medical care. But that problem can be converted into an asset if we catch and capture the data with proper anonymity and privacy and everything, which can then be used for solving much bigger both public health and technology problems. So that is part of our mandate. And when many of you startups start and work in the life sciences industry, what many people don't realize is the importance of regulation. Depending on where your product is going to be used, the regulation that is applicable changes. And if you're going to sell your product in the US versus sell it in India, the kind of requirement that you need to cater to is completely different. So that's first problem that we need to deal with. The second thing that we need to deal with is usability. I'll give you two examples. We had one, and I'm not joking, I'm seriously not joking. We had a startup which came and said, when you get a heart attack, open my app and put it on your chest. I said, I hope you don't get a heart attack, and I hope I don't get a heart attack. Yeah. That's the kind of, because they come from technology side. We had another one, and it's an outstanding assistive technology product. We took it to Apollo Home Care, and the doctor said, look, I cannot give elderly people 12-page instruction sheet. Give me 3 easy to understand and use. It's taken them 6 months and more to do that improvement. So usability is another extremely important thing for which you need clinical validation. In the digital world, you can tell anybody anything. In the medical world, please don't go and tell me, you've got cancer and maybe there is a 50% false positive and 70% false negative. Please don't do that. So validation of your product becomes extremely important. And after you've done all of that, you now move into the area of manufacturing. How are you going to ensure, it's easy to manufacture 5 things. How are you going to manufacture 500 pieces every month of the same quality? How are you going to distribute it? How are you going to price it? How are you going to maintain it? How are you going to service it? How are you going to train people? So this is not an easy journey. This requires enormous collaboration. This requires enormous working together. You saw already the kind and variety of people from engineering colleges. So all of us have an enormous opportunity. And remember what Prashant said. Most of us cater to the 300 million middle class Indians. It's a crime to forget the 1 billion. Once again, here's an institution where 50% of the patients are treated free. And it is sustainable. We look at LVPEI as an eye care. It is also a phenomenal business model. How do you develop a business model where you are sustainable, where you grow, and at the same time treat 50% of the population free? These are the kind of things you need to learn. Getting a valuation is not the answer. Having values is. So all the best to all of you. Go and solve. We have many problems. I have full confidence in all of you that you'll solve them. Good luck. God bless you. Thank you.